DAOs enable us to think about this with communities and own pieces of those communities while we get deeper into that work.
What is digiphysical wearables?
So digiphysical, here's an example right here. So here is our newest drop. It's our MF70 survival jacket. Here you'll see it has a chip in it. This chip will link this physical jacket onto the blockchain. And on the blockchain, you'll be able to access the digital version of it.
Who do I got here? Who's my homie?
Toby Campion, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. So why at MCON?
Well, I was initially, first spent 16, 17 years in like traditional media. I took a break for a year to write, and when I came crawling out of COVID, my first event was MCON last year. And it blew my fucking mind, and I was like, holy shit, there's a new way to run organizations.
So what's the first thing I should learn getting into crypto Web3?
I think you gotta decide what you're into other than just working. Are you into pizza? Are you into media? Are you into fashion? Start with what you're into and then find a Web3 route from there. That's my recommendation.
So kind of like adding value to the community, finding what your strengths are, your passions are, and build that together?
I just don't think you can do it any other way if you don't care about the subject matter.
How long have you been active in the Web3 community? What's it like? Because I'm from the corporate world, so what should we do to cross the fence into Web3?
I don't think like you need to feel like you're left out or you're alienated from the space. I think it's very important to focus on the things that really bring us all together and what's similar instead of the differences. And once you focus on the good parts of what's the same, and then that's kind of the direction that Web3 is going.
Why did you guys come to MCON? What's the story here? What's MCON all about?
I think MCON's just all about like bringing it together, you know, seeing what's up, seeing who's doing what, seeing who's not doing what.
Okay, but yeah, seriously, what about Coordinate? Talk to me about this.
Sure. So it's a tool for teams to use to collaborate, to have the team itself recognize the contributions that each person has made and actually have some level of say in the way that the other people on the team are compensated. It's putting the power into the hands of the team.
What's the big deal about MCON? Like, why is everybody here? Like, what's the mission?
This is the place. This is the spot for like DAO true believers, but I've met a lot of folks today who they're crypto curious, Web3 curious, and they've heard that this is the spot where there's real conversations happening, right? So it's not about like what might this be? It's like who's building what today and how can we work together? You know, the signal to noise ratio is kind of usually crappy at conferences where there's just a lot of noise. Here it's like it's all signal, brother. It's all signal.
Of all like the Web3 shirts I've seen, this is the sexiest Web3 shirt I've ever seen. Talk to me about the design.
First of all, what size are you? Because we'll have to grab you one for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do this design, but I think it's a mycelium. So it's an underground network of mushrooms and plant life that communicates in a rhizomatic fashion and builds out an ecology that's healthier for itself.
So why are you here?
I love DAOs. I believe heavily in Ethereum and coordinating around Ethereum to do all kinds of amazing things on the web, whether it's exchanging value for work or if it's exchanging value in respect to different ways you value pieces of the internet, or owning the internet.
I think the Web3 community is whatever you make of it.
And what is it like being a woman in Web3?
There's no lines for the bathroom. But everyone's been mad respectful for the most part, so I have no issues with that.
I've gotten nothing but just support in this space.
It's just there's lots of great communities that are working on getting the women who are interested involved and educated. So there's a ton of resources out there that are focused on increasing diversity in the space.